Jason, man. Step in for a second so we can sign this paperwork.
There's only a few on there.
How you doing, Friday?
What's that?
How we doing? It's Friday.
Yeah, it's good. It's nice out. This is your iPad, correct?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I made her go to treatment.
Yeah,
that's
a
she
good.
was supposed to be there at 1 o'clock yesterday, and she threatened suicide. Like,
Oh, really?
wrote me a text message, and said, "Just know I love you," and then goodbye. I didn't see it till 12:30. Like, I was wondering why she wasn't making no noise up there, and I just got out of the shower, and I'm like, she sent it at like 4:45 in the morning. Well, you're the only person I can think of in my head. I'm like, I go upstairs right now, this woman's dead. I mean, it's been like 7 hours. I'm like, holy fuck, I don't know what to fucking do with myself. I'm like,
Yeah, that would have been crazy.
I wasn't having a very good time with it, but yeah, I think she screwed off with fucking age.
Oh.
Oh, because when I got up there, she was all awake, but just, I'm like, oh, I ain't trying to hear that shit. You call those people up. I can't have you there in half an hour, but I can have you there and fucking, figure something out.
Oh, it's good that you got her there.
Yeah, I don't know. She's really obsessive, weird. I mean, like,
She is an interesting person.
asked me last night on the phone from Team Challenge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does this mean we're over? And I'm like, I looked at my homeboy and I was like, I said, go to sleep, Kathy. Call me when you wake up.
Yeah.
Because
Do you know how long she's going to be there for?
30, I believe.
Okay.
I mean, it's a self-commit, so.
Yeah, so she could leave any time if she wanted to. And she left early the last time, right?
Well, I mean, she made 6 hours at Tapestries. She actually made it through the night this time at Teen Challenge.
Teen Challenge is a better place, though, isn't it?
Yeah, Tapestries is
From what
trying
I've
to
heard.
shit after the last 10 years, and it's where they're at. But yeah, I just, I don't know, man. It's not one of those things I want to deal with.
I get it.
I got 30 days. I'm trying to figure out what to do with myself. And I talked to my probation officer finally, since I got arrested. And I had Jennifer Milky. She moved to Dodge County. But I got April Schneider now.
Okay.
At Roch. I don't know how familiar you
I
are.
don't know her.
Over there, but
I know your old one somewhat, but...
yeah, I mean, I kind of figured that, because when she wrote me back, she was going to put me back on the telephone. She suggested it and everything, and then I got the most cryptic email in the world from her. Like I said, I should know these things by now, and when she said, "You'll just remain on my caseload," that's all she said, and I'm like, that was weird. That's all I said. That was weird.
Yeah.
Okay, and then after everything happened, I'm like, that makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then she kicked me and gave me April, and I got April Snyder because she left and went to Dodge instead of Rochester. And I wrote her an email. I said, "Don't leave me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get arrested."
Yeah.
she was like, "You're an idiot." I'm like, yeah, Jim's good people though.
Yeah.
Decent.
Yeah, most of them are pretty good these days.
Yeah. April didn't want to kill me.
So item number 62, black iPad computer, located by Wagner. That's all you're signing for. Item number 62, the release.
You want to give me weapons or nothing?
No, unfortunately, no. This is yours, just a receipt of the inventory return. You already got a copy of the warrant, right? So, you want another copy of that, or are you good? Alright.
I don't want to deal with it anymore.
Yeah.
And nothing exciting, except for that cruise kid, the train in Rochester, from the guy by the train the other day.
Oh, yeah.
He wasn't suicidal. I mean, he was a punk. He stole that Harley that was in my garage. He's the one that stole that Harley, and I had to go and take it back from outside north of the cities. And when he wrote me back, you know, he wrote me when he found out I came and took the bike from outcast territory up north.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote me and he was talking just mad, just crazy shit, you know what I'm saying, about HA and saying just, you know what I'm saying, about my dad and my people and throwing names out there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and then I seen him at the landing like 3 weeks ago, and he seen me and he started going all like weird Jesus prophetic, just weird. But I wouldn't rule out somebody might have pushed his ass out in front of that train, bro.
Who the hell would that be?
I don't know. I'm gonna start looking into it. I mean, I didn't like the kid at all. You know what I'm saying? Just, but he was mental. It wasn't like, you know, he was doing it on purpose type shit. But if I didn't like him, that means other people wouldn't like him either. And
Was he wrapped up in MC or?
he's legacy like me. I mean, but that, from what I understand, he is. But the way he was talking, you know what I'm saying? You know, I've got the backing of all 22 chapters and this, and just, I mean, just spitting names out there. And I'm like, no, bro. I mean, I was gonna send him fucking, then probably you'll see him in the paper, and the stuff out of my Facebook or whatever, you know what I'm saying? The back and forth between me and him.
Yep.
Yeah, he's right now talking, you gotta, you know, listen to what I'm talking about and this and that. I fucking, the people you work for who back me, and I'm like, you don't know shit, I don't work for nobody in the MC, I don't have, literally just a legacy kid, you know what I'm saying? My dad was MC, I was like, you know, I don't deal with that shit. But, I don't know, it just doesn't seem, I don't give a fuck who you are, you know what I'm saying? 20-mile-an-hour train, he wasn't suicidal.
Yeah.
No, never, not like that, you know what I'm saying? He's got too much fear, he would run up on him, he's one of those, I'm just like, I just didn't see that happening.
If you hear anything, let me know.
Yeah, I'm gonna start looking into it. I mean, it's one of those things. I owe Wagner some fucking street time anyway. I'm trying to go and fucking figure out about Lily.
Yeah.
We found out a little bit more. I haven't updated him on nothing. But like I said, got anything major, let me know. I mean, fucking try to work this 5th degree off, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, just not on my own people. I mean, I really don't give a fuck. I mean, it's the heroin shit that's going on. Like, you can probably forward to the boys, little Asian Benny, back in Roch.
Okay.
She's running around with Casey Jones, little blonde girl. The only reason I'm saying this is because he got her back on heroin again. I just got her off last year. Just like Anastasia, you know what I'm saying? She died, and I can't fucking get her back. And Casey's a pretty good friend of mine. And when I was in Roch, I don't go to Roch just because, you know what I'm saying, I'm volatile. And my friend, you know, Drew Olson, you know that name?
Yeah, I know the name, but...
Yeah, I mean, obviously one of my crew, my people, but he was telling me, oh yeah, Benny and this and that, and I'm like, I guess that kid's been slinging dope, like hand over fist, and they're living in a fucking tent out behind the cemetery, in that far corner of the cemetery. The guys would know about it, you know what I'm saying? There's like only one little access point back to the back of Silver Lake Park from over there. But yeah, I mean, slinging dope and then doing heroin, got her back on heroin. I mean, I wanted to go over there.
Did you screw up a buy for those guys down there or something? Did you screw up a buy for those guys down there in Rochester?
Back in the day, 2 of them.
Okay.
I stepped in.
Because that's the issue. I would be more than fine with trying to get your charges worked off.
But yeah, I mean,
there's a caution on you in regards to that, so that's...
Well, that was before. That had nothing to do with me working with them either. That had to do with, I peep real quick when people are in the right form. And Gabby Henderson, they tried to get her in 15. That's what I'm on probation for. I stepped in there. Gabby Henderson, it was Anthony Brown. It was the CI for the run. And he was calling and calling and calling and calling. Hey, get here, I'm waiting for you. When we finally got there, me and Gabby go in, it was at the treehouse right there across from Boys and Girls Club on the corner of Center and 11th. We walk in, there was Fleeker, Justin Fleeker's house. We walk in there and we sit down and look at Justin and I'm Fleet, where's this dude at? Because we didn't know him. He'd just come from Winona then. And he's all, he starts stuttering my name, and I know something's wrong just to begin with. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what's wrong with this dude? And I said, Gabby, call this dude. She calls him. And he goes, no, I had to go run and get $100 from my boss. She hung up the phone. He had to go get more money. I said, that dude's been calling us for 45 fucking minutes, yelling and screaming for us to be here. And then he's not here, going to get... I said, Gabby, get up. Go back to the car. And she was like, went to go and grab her dope. And I said, just leave it there. Just leave it right there. Go back to the car. And she was like, I said, just trust me. Anthony came in there, hey, I left it on the table. I said, it's over there, bro. He handed me the money. I walked out the house. And he gave Gabby the money. She's counting it out. She goes, it's $100 short. I'm all, this fucking fat faggot motherfucker went right back into the house, right? And I'm like, where the fuck did he go this time? He said, upstairs, because that's where Jim Brown was living at the time. And I'm like, oh, and that's all the dope on the scale right there, you know what I'm saying? Except for what he took upstairs, I'm all, tell me he owes me $100 fucking dollars. I walked off. And then he starts calling me, screaming about, you know what I'm saying, SOS, and you know what I'm saying, about my uncles, and you know, you don't know who my fucking people are. And I'm like, the fuck you talking about? He's all, yeah, bitch, when I find you, I said, that's not gonna be hard. I walked all the way across town. I didn't ask Gabby or nobody else to come with me. I walked all the way the fuck across town back over to the treehouse. And I'm like, man, I don't know what the fuck your problem is. He was trying to get me back into film. Because they didn't get a picture of me. They didn't know, you know what I'm saying, what had happened. And like a week and a half later, I was at Northern Hills with my baby mama, who was still living there after I'd left. And you know, a whole bunch of my friends were in that fucking building. And I'm downstairs at Michaela's, and Jamie Lottie. I'm sitting there, and she got a phone call. It's Anthony. And I'm like, hold up. I said, the fuck you doing, fat fucker? Trying to buy some more dope, trying to fuck somebody out some money? And he was like, no, bro, it's all good, legit, this and that, right? And I'm like, I looked at her, and she goes, don't be fucking up my fucking, you know, my sales, this, that. I'm just like, ah, damn it. I said, Jamie, he ain't no fucking cocky, stupid motherfucker, this and that, right? I'm like, so I meet him out in the parking lot. We go back into the apartment, and she comes over there and goes to hand it to him. Fucking snatched it out of her hand. I handed it to him. I took his money, and he's looking at me crazy. She's looking at me crazy. I handed it just like that, and I was just like, I'll see you later. And I left. That was all I needed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. For those, they tried to give me aid and abetting a sale. You know, the old law, they had to have somebody in proprietary fucking arrest for sales. For how can I aid and abet a sale? I mean, who's in here for sales? So they dropped it 2 second degrees, but the Tabitha Lorenzen thing that got me 3 in 90 days.
Okay.
In November of 15, I took that 10 grams because she was pregnant and I was driving her. You know, that's what I did for fucking ever with security. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Most of the female plugs that ran around, yeah, I was on call, working all the time. And that's what brought me this one. It's usually, you can always peg it. That's Peanut, you know, Toby Bruce. I know you know her name really well.
Yeah.
Toby Bruce, Tabitha Lorenzen, their mother Peanut. She went back in the day, you know, Evenson's and all that, Greg Evenson, that old school shit. But when I came back in 19, I went over to the house because Eric Patillo was in that Big John shit. You know, they kidnapped him and beat his ass. I didn't know any about the Big John shit. I mean, I wasn't in town. And I heard Eric got robbed. And he's been a friend of mine for a long time. So I went over there and I'm like, got robbed, bro? I said, who in the fuck robbed you? I'm gonna go find what the fuck's going on. And he's like, whoa, bro. I said, well, I'm not gonna talk to you. I'll just go talk to your old lady because I know Tabitha's in charge of that shit. So I talked to Tab and she's like, yeah, please, if you look into it, find out what's going on. And Eric's like, but bro, I said, I don't want to hear that shit, bro. And I left. And found out 20 minutes later that what had happened, you know, Deja let him outside and fucking, they kidnapped his ass. And I'm like, now I gotta go back in there and fucking tell Tab, you know what I'm saying, exactly what happened. Tell her, and Peanut comes down into their basement, right? And she walks up to me and she goes, Ghost, you need to get out of my house. I said, the fuck, Peanut? I said, I guarded this fucking family for fucking years. I don't know what the fuck. She goes, it's not that, it's the kids, the children. I can't have you in this house. The children, your name is synonymous. And I'm like, I get that, you know. And I stood up, Peanut gave me a hug and just turned around and walked off and never said another word to me. And I just don't go back there. But, yeah, it's been like that for a long time. But yeah, I fucked up that shit for them. They don't like it.
Yeah, that's the concern I have, to be honest, is that
I won't do buys anyway. You know what I'm saying? I fucked up buys on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because Anthony's a scumbag. He was going after girls. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's wrong with you? You want to go after dudes? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna sit here and bust chicks that, you know what I'm saying, should be doing something different with their life anyway. But no, I mean, I helped print with Doughboy and, you know, some of that other stupid shit last year before fucking Doe went down. Just because, you know what I'm saying, Doe's running around with weapons. I had him and fucking Rico fucking wake me up with a shotgun in my fucking head, one sitting on my chest.
Yeah, that's what you were saying before.
Yeah, it's scrappy shit. I've been letting her dig herself into a hole, is what I've been doing. I just didn't think I didn't figure to get caught up in what was going on. But like I said, those pictures, you know what I'm saying, her sleeping in my room, just that problem. I don't care about really working it off. I'm just not trying to hear it. I'm done with fucking with people and trying to keep people safe that are just going to literally throw me under the bus after that. I mean, on video, I mean, I watched the whole Discovery and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here?
It's a crazy world right now, man. People are throwing each other under the bus left and right.
Yeah,
But I mean, things are changing too. Everybody's carrying a gun around now, and you got fentanyl thrown in the mix, and
car fentanyl. That's the one you're looking at. I mean, 50 times more potent than fentanyl.
Yeah,
1,000 times more potent than heroin.
The world is changing quickly, but.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, Biden's wanted to. I took a survey. You know, I take surveys for money sometimes, and the survey, you know, said if you had to answer, you know, one of these, which would you pick? You know what I'm saying? It's Biden's, you know, take guns out of America, or, you know, the freedom to save Americans from gun violence. And I'm like, neither. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to answer that. You know, give them, you know, that's what they're waiting for. So then it comes up with two different slogans for Biden, you know, for what to call it. And neither. It comes up again 18 fucking times. It came up with different slogans, and I'm like, oh, fuck me running. They're gonna do it. They're not bullshitting about it this time. They're gonna do it. I mean, I don't know how they're gonna do it, because
Yeah, I don't think it's going to go over very well.
I mean, the whole state of Texas is gonna fuck them up.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, I'm not going back there. I lived there for a long time. I'm not going back there.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck that. I don't know, man. But if you got fucking problems, holler at me. I'll help. I don't give a damn, you know what I'm saying?
But you hear anything crazy, I focus more on Red Wing. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously,
no,
the Rochester guys, but
yeah, I mean,
I try to, I'm so busy here,
Yeah,
and I try to stay clear of that, because that's a whole nother animal.
yeah. I know you get drug over there every once in a while when it's big shit, but that hasn't been, well, I mean, the shooting on Marion Road, I heard about that. I didn't get a fucking confirmation, male or female.
I don't know.
You don't know either. I mean,
Again, I hear the information.
I mean, it's not my business either, but I mean, it's, you know, Kim Robinson, Doughboy, you know what I'm saying? She's like my sister. I mean, she's been close with me for fucking ever. And if, you know what I'm saying, Marion Road, it just sparked some shit because, you know, Mustafa, we all know that name. He'll kill the motherfucker. And she keeps pissing him off. I mean, they're together. So, I mean, I don't know. I gotta fucking, I gotta find something better to do with myself.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's never gonna stop. I do the same thing you do. I just don't have a badge and I don't fuck around with it like that.
Yeah.
I just don't do enforcement anymore.
Oh, good luck. I mean, you got my phone number, you need
Yeah, I
anything
know.
that comes up.
I appreciate it more than I do. I mean, I couldn't ask for more from, you know, the top. Usually I'm not this fucking, you know, nice.
Well, you take it easy, man.